Alright, hey guys, okay, Brice here this morning. So this will be a little video of me just yapping about some stuff here that probably won't be cared about too much, but I just want to make a video about this real quick this morning. So I was going to go ahead and work on this before doing this video, but I figured it'd be easier to go ahead and explain kind of, I guess, why I'm doing this right now. So essentially, last night, and I saw a lot of this like coming up because of NASCAR has their Hall of Fame induction coming soon for the class of this year, and one of the YouTubers I watch, he does like the little cartoon wrestling thing or whatever. He also or what has started making a Hall of Fame for it, although they're like what like probably 60 whole whatever episodes into that thing. And I was thinking, I have talked about this a lot before, definitely a few years ago as well. What if the CRL had a Hall of Fame? And originally it was originally just all the BMR and stuff, and then kind of adding on a bigger scope to things here. There is a possibility where I could do a Hall of Fame for the CRL actually, based on drivers who had their debuts like over 10 years ago. Just thinking about drivers who have been around long enough to really get it to go ahead and get in, and then later on in the other years, kind of add on those drivers too. So there are two things I realized as a fun little problem that I could use. I guess to help some of the drivers with the wins from back in the day that don't have a lot of the wins, I guess, a little bit, but I mean, they probably wouldn't really have an argument for the Hall of Fame either. But also would also kind of include more series CRL for some of the series I did not include when I made the overall win list. Of course, I had the year-long format with all of these rosters. This is the wrong one. This is what I was looking for. But yeah, so I have this, and I still have this list as well, which I just kind of updated along with the BMR runs I did. What did this BMR season runs? However, there are 5 more series that could be included to this that ran around the time of these first ARCS seasons that also ran with the year-long format back in the day. Of course, year-long format, I had all these years right here. Basically, first off, in that little Hall of Fame thing I did, I basically included every driver who ran from 2015 till here. And there are some drivers that are kind of missing from this list because they were either in the ARCS or they did not run the Cup Series full time. However, there were 2 series that I did run from 2015 through 16 and 17. They also ran the year-long format, and I know I did a whole history video on both of these a while ago, kind of just going over the series history and stuff. It was the Road Racing Series and the Shane's Truck Series. So, first off, the reason why I thought about it is because while going through all the drivers that would be eligible, I came upon Anaïs Munoz, and she actually did end up winning a championship in this series here, and it's not included on the all-time wins list, mainly because when I did this series, it was a lot of the different other road racing veteran drivers, and not really many of the, I guess, CRL based drivers. But of course, like the Arby's Cup Series, I could actually go through this list and actually kind of get some more drivers that I could write in that would have probably ran in this year. Like I know Vaughn will still be in this, Jordan Venza, Angel, and Anaïs, and then myself full time in the first season, and just gotta really kind of replace some of the wins for the other drivers, and then yeah, just get all that done there. And I think the one rule I would make for myself is I would not make myself get more race wins, mainly because I don't want to add on to the 370 now career wins I have, because I've been also dominating the current Truck Series season still. And of course, with the pending IndyCar season too, I never won official IndyCar championship yet because we never ran an IndyCar championship in CRL yet. Yeah, I might have trying to pull that one off too. Hope possibly pretty easily, or it'll be a challenge. But I mean, there's some other drivers I can include on. Like I put Angela Gibson as a full time driver in this. Probably could do Jake as well. I think in this one here. I'm not sure about 2015 though. I'll go over eventually. Maybe put like Ezekiel Morris, maybe because I know he kind of ran throughout these series right here. And yeah, so I ran 2 seasons of these here. Back in the day. So this series kind of like some of the Indy cars in it. It's a lot of the endurance cars. Ani's actually won the championship in a Le Mans car, which back in 2014, before I really got like a lot of the NASCAR diecasts I have, I explained this to you in the video. I used a lot of like the random like little like Hot Wheels, whatever brand cars, and one that was a little number 3. Le Mans kind of one of the prototypes, and is honestly one of my favorite like little cars I had back in the day. I still have. That's one of the cars I'm not losing. It's probably in the CRL archive storage of cars that were great back in the day, in the back in the pre-BMR era. But yeah, so Anaïs Munoz ended up winning this second championship easily over Andrew Crockett. I think I did like a Final Four base in the season because I was trying to like a little playoff with this, but it was also not really a lot of drivers too. I mean, she would have won either way, I think. 2017 was just very strong throughout the year as well, right there too on this season. So yeah, the road racing series here really just might just do take out that one mystery track because I didn't have no clue what that track would have been still, and we'll just have these 13 races all counted for those seasons, and yeah, just continue on from there with that, and yeah, so with the truck series, so I was not going to think about including the truck series in this. Then I realized, well, if I include this series, I might include this series, and there is a major problem with this. So in 2015, there was only one full-time driver that could be counted, excluding Madison Yates, that could be included in this season. And that is literally Caleb Campbell, myself, with 6 wins on the season and the championship. I mean, kind of like what I said with that 3 team had a couple different drivers in it too. I could actually have those drivers kind of space out some. I mean, Ezekiel, he actually did get a win here too, so that would actually help out too. Go and have him have a win, and I was going to probably put him as the Trevor Bayne truck because he ended up driving 27 in 2016. But yeah, so in this season here, it was really Caleb just dominating, and back in 2015. I know people were always mad about like the Cup drivers going down, running the lower series. Honestly, I didn't care. I let it happen all the time in this series back in the day, and I was like, hey, it's just for fun anyway, and for the Cup guys, and just to see if the lower end drivers could beat them too. I think in 2017, a lot of the lower end drivers were beating out the Cup drivers. I think in this year though, yeah, the 4016 did crush the field, but I mean Ezekiel was still the best driver overall no matter what anyway in this one. And yeah, a couple of the other drivers ended up winning races in this one. But like I said, kind of there are some drivers though I can kind of add on that like could reign full time, especially underneath that 4016 there. Jake Hoover in this one, that's a big one. I think you had Chris Carr, Angelo Gibson. Because of 2017, Carr and Gibson were supposed to run in a different series. I never actually did. So I could include them as full-time drivers in this one. I know when we get to 2017, Avery Fowler dropped down here too, so I could include her in the 2017 list. And kind of put Gray up here because there was actually no series I never included because I didn't really complete that whole season out, and I had no desires to really get it done, and I just don't have any other results in the roster for that series. I know like Grant Hoover ran that one, Caden Mahoney, a lot of the early BMR drivers basically ran that one that season. A lot of the non-YouTube drivers basically ran that season. And I know like Kelly Hoover ended up winning a race there. Grant Hoover was the more dominant driver over there. And like yeah, Caden, Austin Tumlin once again. I know he pops around in the Arby's Cup Series for a while, and then there's probably some other drivers too, like Zoe Eubanks. I think is another one just came in my head too. But yeah, so just going to be working on this here pretty soon. And yes, it will kind of mess up the win list a little bit. We'll definitely get Caleb closer to that 400 career win total that I've been noticing he's getting close to. Because if you have seen the Ford truck races right now, Caleb has won 4 out of 6 races. Kylie Markham won Martinsville, and then Jalen Bounds ended up winning at Memphis. And Memphis was also a crap show too. But I thought Nashville was going to be rough yesterday. But I guess because the AI got set a little lower on the automatic based on how I ran there last year in that Exalted Cup Series race or whatever. Yeah, the AI they kind of took it slow that race. But I also did figure out how to run Nashville properly too with that as well. So it did kind of help a little bit. I probably ran a better setup too, honestly, as well compared to what I ran in that season that last season. But yeah, I had a fun one with Nashville there. I think Darlington, I will run that later today. Will be a challenge. I'm also back at school too, by the way. Also nice little update too. I did get a notification from Georgia Southern. I better get my application fully finished. I didn't fully finish it yet, but that will probably be done within the next week or so. So I can finally officially say that I'm going to Georgia Southern within the next week or two, hopefully. Hopefully, not going to be too confident or cocky about it. But yeah, that and then yeah, back with school and with my 2 classes. And one is not really difficult. The other one I'm going to feel like I'm gonna have some difficulty with just getting it through because how I guess the class will be set up on my thing. But yeah, I'm gonna work through it and of course do all the racing, and I'll work on this some more today. In the next few days, I'm working a lot, so I won't have a lot of time to do everything at once. But yeah, I already kind of have the ideas down for getting this list done. But essentially, along with I guess kind of saying like doing that Serial Hall of Fame thing, basically what I would like to do is I already have the list kind of made. I will update this list after this is all done being worked on with all the drivers that are eligible in the current run of it. That's like all your 2015 up drivers. I don't have that written down in Google Docs. I have it written down on my phone. But yeah, so there's currently 19 drivers eligible. And basically what I would do is like I would have like the top 3 most voted on drivers. And I'm pretty sure with the set I have for this first one, that there's going to be someone who's big who's going to miss out on this one. Because I already think I know who's the 3 that could make it easily who will be. And then there's a 4th one right there too. Possibly a 5th or a 6th one, but it just goes to decide who decides it. But I'm not sure if I want to do as like a little like vote off of all my socials and stuff because people gonna probably pick out just a name, just being a name, and not look at stats and everything. But yeah, anyway, that'll do it for this video. Mainly just want to make a little update this morning. And oh, also, I did also get the IndyCar mod on Horizon 3, so that will be the Oak Wheel series. I did put a post out for that yesterday, I think. I had a lot going down yesterday and the other day, so I don't remember when I posted it. But yeah, so I did successfully get the IndyCar model on my game. I went on to where I can find a download link, and I decided to make a stupid account for wherever it was hitting on. Did a couple things, verified myself, and then I was able to get the IndyCar mod in. The only issue I'm seeing right now is that I might need to figure out some of the ovals because when I test ran Indy, me going full throttle, not being the fastest car with no draft, some of my car blew up. So I gotta figure out the reason why. I think I already know it a little bit. It's probably some of the grill tape, but I'm gonna make sure it doesn't happen again before I run Indy 500 this year because I want to make sure I'm at least competitive in Indy 500. But anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. It's Kev Bracely signing out, and I'll see y'all in the next one.